Hey, what's up everybody, it's SNipEz. Welcome back to SkyScraper week number 3. So what we're going to do today is another SkyScraper, of course, but this one will be a little bit different. These, excuse me, these are more square. As you can see, like, they're more square all the way around. They're more symmetrical than usual. This one, it will be a lot longer than wide. So let's go over the materials. You can either use snow or quartz, it doesn't really matter. It just depends on your preference. Any color you want. I like using gray wool with white usually. Gray or black doesn't really matter. So I'm going to use gray wool, but you can also use any other color you want. So this skyscraper will be a little bit more unique when it comes to actual design, I guess would be the correct word. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack up 8 with our cobblestone and stone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to come out pretty far. For the sake of the video, to save a little bit of time, I'm not going to make it as wide as usual. So maybe cut it down a little bit to like here. We're going to make it too wide. So kind of just like the skyscraper just to my left. The base is a little bit off-centered a little bit, so you have a little bit of an overhang. Now when we come to making it wide, you don't have to make it as wide by even as close. I mean, as you can see, there's a big difference in the length and width here. So what we're going to do now is take out our snow. And we're going to start on this corner here, and we're going to stack up pretty high. We don't know the exact height yet. That will just all come when we actually make the building itself. So we're just going to find that out. We're going to come all the way out to the other side and make our next pillar. So we're going to extend the cobblestone out one more block here. So again, like we said, the height we will determine once we actually start making the building, because right now we will not know the exact height. So what we're going to do is we're going to take snow and just connect the 2 pillars like this. And so we're just going to use snow or your quartz, doesn't matter what one you use. Now what we're going to do is come up 2 blocks. So on the second block, we're going to have another pillar coming all the way across. So as you can see, we have this 1 block window here. And we're going to add 1 more of these, and then we're going to start getting to the actual design of the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of keep the same design a little bit, but instead of coming all the way over, what we're going to do is place just 1 here, come up 2, have this come over 2, just like this. As you can see, we're going to have a nice unique design here, and so you're just going to keep going up doing this, and by the end, we will have a unique design. A lot of this depends on basically what this will be. We're going to be having, basically like a line coming through this building, and what the line will do is give it a little more look. It will be an eye catcher, which is something that you want. So if you want to put this in your city, that's why you can put basically any color you want for the line. It's basically just a big stripe coming diagonally through the building, as you can see here. And what we're going to do is actually, well, again, we don't know the height yet, so never mind, scratch that. And so we're just going all the way up. As you can see, it keeps getting bigger by 1 each time. Well, there we go. And just, I feel like quartz would actually look pretty good with this. Depending on the texture pack that you use. I've always liked snow because it has that nice, unique look to it when it comes to texture. And it's a little bit more smooth. Depending on the texture pack that you use, I feel like quartz could be pretty good. And so, oh, excuse me guys. And so we're almost done with this. We're going to stop here for now. Reason for that is, as you can see, you can kind of see it starting to take shape. What we're going to do is come down here. Now we need to decide how wide we want the stripe to be. So if your building isn't too wide, like mine isn't too long right now, as you can see, but it still is a pretty good width. What we're going to do is have it come out about, let's start from here. No, let's start down here. Start from the one below. We're going to have it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our stripe is going to be 8 blocks wide. So basically what it's going to be doing now is now we're going to have the exact same design a little bit. We can stack it all the way up here. Actually, that's not right. No, don't do that. Reason for that is we want it to continue the theme of coming up like this. And so we don't want to have it come all the way out, like all the way to here, because we still want to have some of the window. So that's one thing I just thought about, so I'm happy I didn't do that. Let me take some more night vision and some more swiftness, or speed as they call it now, as the cool kids call it. And so we're just going to make our stripe coming all the way up. Looking pretty good so far. So you might notice that it's just a straight line coming up. It is for right now, but we'll get to that. And so we're getting all the way to the very top here. Now we can make it even wider because we need to. We need to compensate for how wide it's going to be. And so now just continue what we're doing. And so once we figure out the width, we can actually figure out basically how tall the building is going to be, and you'll see why here in a second once we get to it. So you might notice it's a stair step kind of going up 2 blocks, and then it's the next stair step. So it's actually a really simple building to make. It's not very complicated at all. It's just very repetitive, just because as you can see, you have to kind of keep track. Like, you don't want to mess up one like that. And so it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is we have our width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can get rid of this one here. And what we're going to do now is start making our pillars right here. So what we're going to do is now we're going to start right here. And what we're going to do is just have our pillar come all the way across. So now instead of getting longer each time, it's going to get shorter. And see, it's getting a little bit shorter every time we go up now. So this will give us that nice unique design, and it's basically nice and simple. Like I said, there's not too much going into this building, but it's still an eye catcher, which is the main thing that you want to do. I think in both the cities I've made, I've actually made this building because I've liked it so much. It's just, like I said, a unique design. I love trying to do unique designs because when you do, they're always an eye catcher. So, and another great thing about this, you can make the building as long and as wide as you want. So buildings like these are fantastic because you don't really have too many restrictions. To where some of these, like those, you can make a little bit bigger, but I feel like that height's a pretty good one. So what we're going to do is we're getting all the way to the very top now. So we're getting there. And we only have a couple more to go. And this will give us our height. So once we get down to the 1, like this, what we're going to do is come 1 block up. And then we're going to have our pillar come all the way across. Just like what we did at the very bottom. And I think we had 2 or 3 full-size pillars coming across down at the very bottom. Let me go see real quick because that is very important. We had 3. Okay. So let me go back up. And now we know the height to our building. So this is how tall the building is going to be. And so finish it off and then just get rid of all this excess stuff up here. And there we go. Now, like we said, we have the height to our building. And now we can start working on finishing our line here. And so we're just going to stack it all the way up and come all the way back down. So again, nice and simple. It shouldn't take too long at all. And as you can see, we've gone this far in just 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. So we're getting there. That one looks like it. There we go. I would say the only hard thing about this kind of building is try not to mess up the design of the building when you're making the stripe. And so you can hear police outside. Hopefully you guys don't hear that. It wasn't me, I promise. And we need to have this come all the way across. We forgot one over here. Just like that. And there we go. And so we're almost done with the stripe. And I'm not going to do the back side. I'll do the 2 sides. But the back will be the exact same. It will go the exact same way. So basically the back side of this building will be symmetrical with the front. So that's another good thing to do. And also it saves a little bit of time. And so let's stack this up. We're getting ready to finish it up. And, oh, boom. Now we have our stripe. Let's go over to our front here and see how it looks. Looking pretty good. See, this is why I like this building. As you can see, it has that stripe. It's an eye catcher, especially if you make it a really bright color. So now what we're going to do is let's work on the side. The side we're going to do is have our snow. We already have 1 block here. Let's count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's come out 4. And we're going to stack this all the way up to the very top. And basically this will just be a kind of like a small wall. But we'll add a little bit more design to it here in a minute. One thing we might need that we don't have in our inventory yet is just regular glass, not glass panes, just regular glass. And so I think I need, yep, 1 more pillar. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take out our gray wool, whatever color you use for your stripe, and we're going to come out diagonal, so it should be just like this, and it's going to come out 3. Now we stack this all the way up, and so we're making a nice solid wall using our gray wool now. And then we're going to come all the way back down, all the way back up one more time. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are liking SkyScraper week. And what we're going to do is come out diagonal again, lay down 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's lay down 3 this time. You'll see why. And so, yeah, hopefully you guys are liking SkyScraper week. It's actually been in development for a really long time. Like the very first 2 have been recorded a long time ago, before even title update 12, I think. And so these are just now being recorded. I kind of put it off a little bit, but I'm happy to get back into recording it again. So we're actually going to make it into 2, not the 3. So let's get rid of 1 pillar here. And now we're going to take out our glass. And so once we get rid of this, we'll take out the glass, which we need, which is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back 1 more like this, and then this is where our glass is going to go. So we're going to place the glass here, going all the way up. And by the way, some people might be wondering what texture pack I am using. I'm using the city texture pack that we have on the 360. There's probably something like it easily on PC. But if you're using PC, use something like Pamplemousse, Flows HD, something like that, because those are easily the best texture packs and also the most popular. And so we're making this window going to be 5 wide when it comes to width. So it looks like we're at 5 now. So what we're going to do now is top it off with snow coming in front of it. And we're basically just going to mirror what we did over on the other side. So now we have that. Come out 1 more. Stack it all the way up. And we're going to have it come all the way across like that. Now let's have it be 2 wide over here. Next we're going to add our gray wool of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Stack this up as well. So I think if I was going to make this in my city, I would probably make it a little bit longer. Not what we're doing now, but width-wise. Or actually lengthwise, excuse me, I keep getting the 2 mixed up. I would use a little bit longer because right now it's looking pretty wide, wider than I even expected, but not by much. So yeah, I would suggest making it a little bit longer. I mean, because right now it's looking a little bit too wide in my opinion, but not by too much. And now let's add 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's stack this up all the way. Just like this. And so stack it all the way up. This will be our last part, and then we'll be done with this skyscraper, because all you're going to do is mirror it over to the other side. To the front, you can mirror to the back. So everything will be exactly the same. Just continue and do what you did on the front and do it on the back and also on the sides. So it will be really simple. Just don't worry about it too much. It will be really simple, just like the front was. So overall, when this building's all said and done, it will take around maybe 30 minutes to make, not including the floors. So when we get to the top here, we're going to have the gray wool come up 2 blocks above the snow. Just like this. And what we're going to do is you're going to have it come all the way across to the other side once you have that side made. So it looks like it would end here. So 1 block in front, like this. And so you're just going to basically connect the 2 sides of gray wool together. That's basically all you're doing. Nice and simple, not complicated at all. Just adds a little bit more depth to the building itself. Also adds a little bit more character from a top point of view. And so you're going to do that with the other one as well. So just do the exact same thing. And then your roof will just be a plain flat roof. It's not going to be vaulted or anything like that. So you're just going to have a plain flat roof to go with this building. So nice and simple. And once we get this done, we'll be done with the skyscraper. So then we'll get and move over to skyscraper number 4. Yep, number 4, because this is number 3. 3 comes after 4. Oh, wait. 4 comes after 3. Wait, I don't know. I can't think right now. My nose is a little stuffed up, so that's always great. Alright, so there we go. Here is your skyscraper, guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. So again, mirror what you did over here on the back and what you did on the side here to the other side. And then you'll be done. The base, what we could even do, I did forget about the base. So for the base, what we're going to do is you're going to basically mirror it. So we should have something like this. Correct? Maybe, no, that doesn't look right. There we go. This is looking right now. Something like that? No, that's still not right. Well, okay, so it's like this. Okay. And so we're going to have it come all the way across, connect. And then have this come down. Like that. And so what we're going to do for the base is the windows will be pretty big. The width here, it's just going to be a plain wall. So if there's something right next to it, there's not really any point of having the windows there. So we're just going to stack this one all the way up. Maybe add a couple windows at the very top of it, but we're not going to add too many. So what we're going to do here at the very top is maybe add like one every two. Something like this. Come to the other side, do the same thing. And so it should look something like this when it's all done at the very top. And then we can put like glass panes in there. Now the side here will be a little bit different. We're going to have a lot bigger windows on this side because it's the front, and the back will also be the same. Again, the front and back are symmetrical. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have pretty big windows. So we could do something like this. So I have maybe 3 big 2 wide windows, maybe 4. So we have 4 right there. Stack these up. Do the same thing on the other side. 2, 3, and 4. Now the rest of them could just be like 1 by 1 windows. Just like this. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then maybe even just add like your, let me take some swiftness. Maybe add your doors like right here. So like maybe make these like 2 wide, going all the way up. Like this. And what we're going to do is have the doors be like right here. And then you can put like glass or glass panes in here for an extra window. So now we have our front doors. And voila. And I'll put glass panes in here as well. Alright, so now that finally concludes, for real this time, SkyScraper number 3. So hopefully you guys liked it. Stay tuned in tomorrow for SkyScraper number 4. So I'll talk to all you guys later, and thank you for watching.